One of the strongest and costliest on record, Hurricane Harvey in 2017 caused millions of dollars in damage. It made landfall in the coastal bend as a Category 4 storm and devastated communities like Aransas Pass. One place that was destroyed was the Hawthorn Suites by Wyndham.
So after Hurricane Harvey hit, this building basically took the brunt of the wind for the blocks behind it, actually. The hotel located right next door had a few windows busted in, but this property was completely damaged. There was absolutely no restoring it. Almost all the windows were gone, roof damage, water damage. It was a total loss for the previous owners.
That's when Candlewood Suites stepped in and invested in the community of Aransas Pass.
They saw the land, the location, which is what drew them to this. And with all the development going on in San Patricio County and in and around Aransas Pass, it was an undertaking that they went ahead and invested in. They invested in not in just the land, but really the community, because it costs quite amount of money since we decided, well, the ownership, I should say, decided not to completely raise the hotel. They actually took it apart instead of demolishing it and starting from scratch. They took it apart piece by piece to the 2x4s and the foundation, and they started with that blueprint.
Rebuilding in the aftermath of Harvey was difficult, and it took a lot longer than it was supposed to. And when Candlewood Suites opened its doors in 2020, they had no idea what awaited them down the road, pandemic-wise.
We had the building, we had the build out, but then we couldn't get furniture. And that hung us up for months. And so instead of opening up in January, February, or March of 2020, we ended up opening up in late June of 2020. For a hotel opening up in the summertime near the beach, you're talking about we are going to be sold out from day one. We are going to get a lot of traffic. That's the ideal, and that's what generates a lot of excitement. But it fell flat because of the pandemic. So what we had instead was zero to none of the leisure travel that's usually expected through the Aransas Pass area.
Hotel rooms in the area are always a hot commodity, and with lots of industrial workers looking for a place to stay, Candlewood Suites made sure they did everything they could to get those customers to help them keep their doors open.
With all the industrial development that's going on with your Cheniers, your GCGVs, and other long projects that are happening just a mile or two down the road, those people needed a place to stay. And so our product, our hotel, offered them another option. And so that's where we started getting a lot of our customers from. And that was actually the idea from the start. We wanted to target the development that was happening in Aransas Pass, not just the leisure traveler.
A large part of the recovery has been about much more than cosmetics and new furniture. It's about the people.
Even though it is just less than a year old, we want to think it is definitely one of the crown jewels of the city. It's 3 stories tall, and it doesn't look like any other hotel in the area. And we are right at the entrance to the causeway on the way to the beach. A lot of people are looking for this type of hotel. We fulfill that need of, I need to be able to walk into my hotel room and have a full refrigerator and drop off all my groceries there. The mini fridges aren't doing it these days for people who are staying for a week or more, and they need a place to cook. So each of our rooms has a stove, and so they need us. And so again, one of the reasons they decided to build here is to fulfill that need. When people see it, it looks like a beach resort. And that's what we want people to think of when they come into Aransas Pass. You know, I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna enjoy my time here in this town. And you know what, when I go and lay my head down at night, I'm gonna lay my head down in a nice place that reminds me of a beach resort. And so I think we accomplished that.
The hospitality market is one that sees a lot of ups and downs with the seasons.
The goal of this hotel is not to ride that wave, but to create a home for the travelers in this area so that we have a constant wave of them, no matter the year, no matter the time of year. And so our goal is for us as a staff and the ownership group to be better known in the community and make relationships that we couldn't make last year. And now we can, even though we're focused on operating this hotel, we also want to make sure we make headway in making relationships with the community. And so we're going to be here for a long time, and we're looking forward to just being a strong member of this community.